Today is June 9th, 2024. It's Sunday morning. We had our tea. Normally we have the tea on Saturday, but yesterday we had some things going, puja. So this weekend we ended up doing the tea on Sunday. And it's about 10:30 in the morning. I thought that I will make the mindfulness video, the morning one every morning that I make. So this is this one. Today's is this one. This is interesting. So on the screen, this is what is on the screen. I was just looking at it on the TV screen. This is it's a screen of a beach, and little mountains far away. It actually changed up, mountains far away and the ocean, and there was a nice white sandy beach. It just made me realize like how our senses can take you to a different place, right? I looked at that, and it made me think of like as if how that beach would feel like, right? So a lot of time we have to, if we want to feel better, we want to change and the senses, the things that we draw things out of the environment, right? So if you're thinking of your nose, like, you know, how when you smell something, it could be a snack or a certain kind of drinks or certain kind of food. You know how that works when you smell that food after many years. Sometimes it takes you back to that place where you first had, or where you first ate that food, or the memories, because our brain is wired that way, that it kind of takes us back to the subconscious, that part, right? Because subconscious stores everything in our mind, and those gets poked in a good way, and reminds you of that good memory. So sometimes if you want to remember a good memory from the past, from like if you want to reignite that good memory, you can always use those sensory input to reignite those good good memories. And same thing with ears. When you hear certain music, and it might be from far away, or you're playing it in your car when you're driving, if it's some certain music, it reminds you of that time, like yesterday when we were at the Indian buffet, and they were playing some instrumental music. It was from some movie that I watched, I think when I was in high school or college, and I couldn't remember the name of the movie, but it kept reminding me of that time. And so yeah, I think any kind of music that you like, it's like if you listen to that music, and then it could get you to that place. Same thing with eyes. For many of us, I think the what we see, and when we experience that, creates a big it creates a memory in the mind more. It's more strong, because I think they said that we think in pictures instead of words. So like the picture that I was showing on the video a little while ago from TV was that beach, and that, I think my mind would carry that picture more throughout the day than any other sound or smell that I would experience, because I think it's the colors or something to do with that overall thing that creates that picture. Same thing goes with taste and smell, right? If you taste some food that you have tasted many years ago, and it takes you back to that memory lane, so use that to get to that place again, that moment of happiness where you might have had in a trip. I do that sometimes. So Alice and I, we went for a trip about 2 months ago. It was only a few nights trip to Pennsylvania, and we had a lot of fun. I remember while coming back, we stopped at a Dunkin' Donuts for some coffee, and after I came back, sometimes when I would go to Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts or something, so I would try to invoke that same memory, that as if I'm in a trip. Because when I'm at home, normally I am drinking coffee or eating breakfast at home, but when I was going to Starbucks or something, I was like, oh, it's like being in a trip, because when you're on a trip, you're not drinking coffee at home, but going to a coffee shop or something. So it's all like the stories that we tell ourselves to make us feel better, right? So and use the senses to tell those stories. Similarly, with the grounding ourselves, like right now, to be in this present moment. I'm trying to feel the clothes that I'm wearing, the fabric, that the way it feels on my body, the watch, how it feels, and this little bracelet and the couch. Alice, actually, my daughter Alice, she makes it even more interesting. Every little thing she would be like, oh, I feel this, I feel that. So yeah, she teaches me a lot. She's only 8 years old, but I learned things from her. I'm grateful. I'm grateful that she takes interest in these things, the mindfulness and Thich Nhat Hanh books that we read together sometimes. Today, I think I got this, one of his how-to series, Thich Nhat Hanh books, how-to series, How to Smile. I'll be reading this book, I think, a little bit here and there. And I also listened to his The Energy of Prayer, that book, quite a bit throughout the day. It helps me to stay focused with the mindfulness journey and the prayers. That gives me peace and connection to the earth, to the sun and the sky, the constants in our lives. Oh yeah, and today I'm drinking from this cup again, that every day is a fresh start. I got it from the dollar store the other day. I like the coffee mugs, which have inspirational write-up. Yeah, it makes me think of those words a little more. Yeah, life can be peaceful here and now. That's what Thich Nhat Hanh said. We just have to find the peace in these little moments, and we cannot wait for everything to be perfect, because then we will always postpone our happiness for later. And one other thing he says in his book is, if our happiness, a lot of time we suffer because how we define our happiness, because a lot of time we define our happiness with when everything is going to be perfect, and which never happens, and we feel never happy. So one of the things that kind of resonates with me, and I'm trying to train myself with that, I'm not there yet, where he says if you can make your happiness not dependent on the people around you, where the health or the work and other things, then or the success. I think, yeah, that's what in the book he says about if your happiness is not dependent on your success and health, then it's easier to find happiness, because when we strive for something, we may not be successful all the time, and success in our mind a lot of time is about winning. Success could be just that we tried hard to achieve something, but normally a lot of time we would define success with achieving or attaining that goal that we have been looking for. But a lot of time while trying to get that, we get obsessed about it, and that is desire. And desire can make things difficult because we so intensely desire that thing or object that it kind of works in taking away our peace sometimes. So having less desire, but having a vision instead. And the vision is it says that the vision is like it's more selfless. The vision is about when you are thinking good about the whole collective consciousness, the people around you and yourself, like everybody to be doing good. And desire is a lot of time just your own desire, so that could be a little bit more selfish. Anyway, those are the concepts that I'm learning, and it is good. Some of it, a lot of it resonates with me, and sometime I'm not really there, so I keep learning about this, and these videos I keep making because that helps me to stay on this path and to keep learning, and I hope I keep continuing this. And I just wonder that a month from now, 6 months from now, and a year from now, where I will get with my journey. I'm thinking about the future again, but yeah, I because in the last 6 months, I think I learned a lot, and I'm happy that I started going deep in the spiritual path, because and sometimes it's with the life events, right? If life is going as usual, and we are taking things for granted and we keep moving ahead, we don't understand the importance of the mindfulness and the prayer and the energy, good energy, bad energy, and all that. And everything is energy, right? So if you want to attract positive energy in your life, and you have to emit that positive energy. And this kind of works like an opposite of magnet, because magnet is like it attracts the opposite, whereas this energy is kind of, it works opposite of magnet. So for you to attract more positive energy, you have to emit more positive energy and positive communication, positive words, and when it comes to communication, it's like the three components of it: the words, the tone, and the body language, right? So more you emit that, the positive communication, you get more positive communication back to yourselves and your surroundings. The environment is overall more positive. So yeah, so ultimately it's all with, by doing all this, we can cultivate more peace, joy, happiness in our lives. And for different people it might be different. And I think spirituality is a thing that that helps many people, especially from a lot of my friends. When I talk about, seem like in around midlife or after, like after you cross 40, it's sometimes life can get a little confusing, and because you're like, what do you want in life? Because you know that you probably lived more than half of your life. For the rest of your life, what do we want? And I think spirituality gives some perspective, and it really can make things clear for us with what we want, what is happiness, right? So sometimes these days we're going out less on weekends. Alice and I, we would go do little fun things. She broke her arm, so that's one of the reasons. And there is also a few restrictions from the doctor, so we are going out a little less. But we would go out and do these bucket filler things, and it would make us really, really happy by doing very simple things. So I just have to keep doing those, because it's about watering the lettuce, which is a Thich Nhat Hanh term from one of his books, that whatever you want to grow, you have to water that. Because again, it goes back to the two sides of our mind. I talk about this one side, which is sad, anxious, and negative, and the other side, which is positive, kind, and compassionate. And that comes with the happiness and peace and joy. All of these are here. So for us to cultivate that, we have to keep watering that, this side of the things, right? Because our mind by default keeps watering this. So that's the unfortunate thing. You would wish that you could just turn it off, but because how our brain is wired from many millions of years, is that the brain it's our brain's way of protecting ourselves. It wants to protect us. It's not a bad thing, because if there's a real danger with a tiger or a lion or something like that, you want to protect. So so you take the correct action from that fear. But what happens in today's day is the little things can trigger the same fear in our mind, and this can activate this side of our brain. So we have to consciously water this side of the brain so that stays activated most throughout the day. So that's what I try to do by making these videos, reading the books, and at some point when I start working, I probably won't have that much time to do all these practices, but my hope is that by then a lot of it would become a habit, and as long as I keep doing at least one or two practices where I'm practicing this with the Sangha, which is a community in Buddhism, they say, or making these videos or doing the meditation, if not every day, at least a couple times a week or something. So hopefully I can continue in this path. So anyway, I talked a lot today. I'm just going to take a few deep breaths and finish this video. And I'm grateful that I was able to make this video today. I'm grateful for the little things in life, and also grateful for the big things in life. and grateful for this nice and sunny day.